Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community, and 7 Questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. Today I'm interviewing Jenny Oaks Baker. She is a violinist and she was nominated for a Grammy Award. And I'm just so excited, so let's get started. Question number 1. Why do you play the violin?
Why do I play the violin? Well, I started playing when I was 4 years old, and I loved performing from the time I started. And so I've just kept going with my performances.
Question number 2. When did your kids start playing instruments, and did you teach them?
I did not teach them, although I did teach my violinist a little bit, my oldest daughter, Lara. I started Lara when she was 3 on the violin, Hannah when she was 4 on the piano, Sarah when she was 3 on the cello, and Matthew when I started him on violin when he was 3, and I thought he would be a violinist or violist, but he just hated the violin. And so we kind of tried for about 6 months, and then he threw it down and said he was a pianist, but we already had a pianist in the family, so we tried guitar, and he loved it. So 3 and 4.
What's the coolest place you've gotten to play the violin at?
A couple years ago, right before COVID, we performed in Israel. And so we were able to perform all around Israel. We performed at the Garden Tomb, which was amazing, the Garden of Gethsemane, and the Mount of Beatitudes, the Mount of Transfiguration, and the Mount of Olives. And so those performances were some of my favorites. It was with my family too, so that made it even better.
Who taught you to play violin?
I had a number of really good teachers. I was very blessed. So my first teacher was named Hiroko Primrose, and she actually studied Suzuki method with Dr. Suzuki, who invented the Suzuki method. So that was pretty wonderful. And then I had a woman named Madeline Schatz, and then a man named Leonard Browse, who was in the Utah Symphony. And then I got into the Curtis Institute of Music, and I had Victor Danchenko and Jamie Laredo there, great master teachers. And then at Juilliard, I studied with Robert Mann, who was in the Juilliard Quartet.
Do you remember your first performance in front of an audience?
I remember starting lessons when I was 4, but I don't remember my first performance. So, but I do remember practicing when I was that young and starting to play. But I had quite a few performances, and I was so young that I wasn't ever scared for them. So I don't really remember those. I wish I did.
I'm not usually scared for my interviews either.
Well, that's good, because you're starting so young and you're good at it.
What was it like to play Mandy in the movie Christmas Eve, and would you want to act more?
Oh, fun. It was really fun to be, what I loved most is being in a new art. I was put smack dab in the middle of all these great actors and actresses that were professional and had done a lot of it. And so I was right in the middle of a new art that I didn't know anything about, but I was in the middle of it. So I loved watching the actors and actresses all around me doing their craft. But the director had to remind me to stop watching the movie. He's like, Jenny, you're in the movie. Stop watching the movie. And I was like, oh, okay.
Because you were like, you're not a viewer of the movie, you're in the movie.
Right, I was in the movie. I had to stop just watching the movie going on around me. So that was really fun. I mean, sure, it was really wonderful. We filmed it in Bulgaria, so I got to go to a new country, and it was really fun. Meet a lot of wonderful people.
What advice do you have for me?
For you? Well, I wish I knew you better so I would know what kind of advice to give you, but
you know my dad well.
I do know your dad. He's interviewed me a couple times. I would say keep doing what you love to do and doing your best at it and working hard, and everything will work out.
Thanks so much for talking with me today, Jenny.
You're welcome. It's so fun talking with you.
Bye. Please follow my Facebook, 7 Questions with Emmy, and Instagram, 7 Questions with Emmy. We post a new interview every Thursday. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community, and 7 Questions with Emmy.